Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good moment in this moment. This moment of now, guys, this present moment is all we have. Just want to say happy Valentine's Day. And today I am delivering a Valentine's message. And, you know, a lot of us feel that it's just another day, and every day is a day to love, obviously. And that does bring it back to the moment of now. Every moment is an opportunity to love and to connect to yourself, connect to your heart, connect to that God source energy that you are eternally, all of that beauty and love and light and sun that's always just sitting there illuminating energy and just holding space of love, guys. And every moment is that. So not just February 14th, but every single day. And we all know that. We already all know that. Let's see here. We already know that. And but just like a day where we bring a collective consciousness um, focus, it does exponentiate that energy, just like Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving or Valentine's. It's not that that day can't be celebrated every day, but when we have the collective all focusing and bringing energy towards something, then it is a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more intense. So today's Valentine's Day message just is coming through, has to do with self-love. And I wasn't planning on doing a Valentine's Day message. I just got done my exercise, did a little mini Ria on the run, and hit the gym. And just some information coming through, and it's to do with self-love, and that is the greatest love of all, because it is through our connection to ourself and our own acceptance and compassion and unconditional love for self and everything we embody and go through and think and are. Well, that's where everything else in our life stems from. All of our relationships are going to project that connection we have with ourselves, all of our jobs, the situations, and all of that. So today's message is, oh, sorry, I keep getting these little notifications here. Whoops. So if anyone is out there, let me know. Please share out if you haven't. I don't see any comments or anything, so I don't know what I did. What'd I do? All right. I don't see any comments, guys. I see a few people watching. Let me just go to post comment for a minute, and I'll just post a comment. Hey, oh, you master. You guys are all truly master light blasters, blasting through the darkness, allowing fear to be your tool to shine your light, your tool for expansion. Oh my goodness, I don't know, man. What is going on today? Invite guests? No. Oh my God. Am I live? All right. Am I live? Okay, there you guys are. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Like it bleeped out, then it came back. All right. So good morning. Good happy Valentine's, Christy, Isa, Pam, Kelly. We are shifting into in the eye. Yeah. Hey guys. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to start my message. Please share out if you guys haven't, if you feel inspired. If not, whatever. Whatever. I go with the flow. I'll let that train go by because I can just hear it. So I'm going to deliver a Valentine's Day message, and today's message truly is about love. That is the, that's what the holiday is about. And what is love? Love, celebrating that our relationships with our children, our partners, you know, just the love that we share and emit with one another. And that's all really, really beautiful. But what Spirit wants to do is bring forth something even deeper, it's not a greater love, but it's where all the love emanates from, and that is to do with your self-love. And Spirit has been talking a lot about forgiveness. And you know, when we forgive, we know this. When we forgive, we free ourselves up. It frees us, not the other person. But a lot of times we will get a little bit upset with ourselves, or think we're not doing a good enough job forgiving, and thinking we always need to forgive, but you don't feel it. And then you still get those human emotions that kind of bubble up. And what Spirit really, really wants to talk about today is forgiveness, because that is the greatest act of self-love, because it truly is liberating and freeing. But this message might not be exactly what you think. Yeah, sure, forgive, and forgive. You don't need to forget. And, all of those typical cliches. But what Spirit really wants to say today is allow yourself the time to forgive. Allow yourself the process. So many times we think we need to forgive and be there, and not to forget, and we play all of these scenarios in our mind. Yeah, it's okay. I'm still angry, but that's okay. But I forgive. What Spirit is saying is to really embody those emotions of the unforgiveness so you can forgive. They want you to accept and allow the human part of you. This has got to be strong for someone, because I got a lot of emotion coming through. And that came up the day before yesterday, or yesterday morning, on a reading as well, to do with forgiveness. Yesterday morning, I felt, and at the beginning of yesterday's message, there was a strong message. And I said, this message is from someone's coming through for you. So allowing yourself the emotional state of unforgiveness so you can forgive, because there are many things in life sometimes that we wish we could change, but we can't. You know, things that we might have done differently, things that we might have thought we could have done better. So that kind of can create this sense of unforgiveness or remorse within ourselves, or regret, or even guilt or shame, or whatever it is, whatever that feeling is. But it's very closely tied to forgiveness. It is one and the same as forgiveness for self. And those things that you cannot change, or those things that you find the hardest to forgive, are the greatest pivotal moments, circumstances, situations for your greatest spiritual growth. They're pivotal for your spiritual growth. They were meant to be there. There, within those experiences of where you have the hardest time to forgive, lies the greatest gift, because they are such energies that are intermingled and connect to so many other things that unforgiveness is tied into, that it is a process and it takes time. And they want you to forgive yourself when you feel that you can't forgive, and that's okay. This is not a process that can be rushed. You have to allow yourself to embody the emotions, and that's how you bring it to the physical. Because as you allow yourself, all of those little energy streams tied into this major event, or time, or timeline, even another timeline that bleeds into this time, and it's played out in another scenario through the same person, or a situation, or a scenario, and it triggers that other timeline where you're still not forgiven. But the forgiveness is really to do with yourself, because as you are able to process those emotions, you transcend them to greater love. You find the truth in them. And then that frees you up to forgive the other person. It doesn't come from the outside in, it comes from the inside out. So we really need to allow ourselves the time in the process to transmute and feel the emotions of unforgiveness. But as we do that, we really are allowing the truth within that stuckness, or that hurt, or that pain, or that even just, it can just be even a feeling of discomfort trying to get your attention, to align and transmute an energy that needs freeing within you. And that is activated and triggered from an outside circumstance, and you might want to blame it on that outside circumstance or relationships or person or scenario, but it really is coming from an energy that has needed to be transmuted by you, by allowing yourself to process, not feeling badly because you still feel a certain towards something or someone or a situation in your life, or a sense of unfairment or loss, or just this, that feeling where it just conjures up discomfort in you, because that is just beckoning you to feel into that in order to transmute it or alchemize it or transcend it. And then that is where the freedom lies. So when they say that the forgiveness really isn't for someone else, it's really for you. Yeah, it is. But guess what? It still comes from that inner work, that inner connection of self-acceptance. And that is the greatest love. That is the greatest love, because in self-acceptance, then you free yourself from certain limiting emotions, and then it does free the other person. So as you forgive, you're forgiven. But forgive not necessarily the outside circumstance, but forgive yourself, and then you're forgiven, and then your life projects that forgiveness. And you can forgive in faith. So this is where a lot of us are operating in. Spirit says, like, you forgive in faith because your natural state of being is forgiveness. It is unconditional love. It is compassion. So you can forgive in faith because you already are that energy. It's just the illusions of all the other stuff that you are working through as a physical human, which you came for in order to embody that unconditional, forgiving, all-encompassing divinity within you in your physical. But what they're saying is, you can say, okay, I forgive, say, this person, or I forgive this ex-lover. I forgive them in faith. I haven't forgotten yet, but I can forgive them in faith because that is my natural state of being. And I know that is the truth of all. But still, you can do that, but still have the acceptance within yourself to process everything that you need to process as a physical, because that's what you came for. That is where your work is. That is where your mastery is. And the processing isn't changing or fixing anything. Spirit is saying they want to point this out. It's not changing or fixing, because it wasn't meant to change. It was just meant to allow that feeling to flow through the physicality. And then as it flows through you, you're giving the insight and the wisdom from the experience. You're given the love from it. You dissipate the illusion. You dissipate the separations. You dissipate any energies that are not pure love. Does that make sense, guys? I just thought it was really beautiful because it gave me, as me, the human, a different kind of perspective on forgiveness and love and self-love. So to go back to the beginning, that is the greatest act of self-love, is allowing yourself the process in the time to forgive in whatever way, shape, or form, or however it was triggered, or whoever it is with, but allowing yourself that inner process. So it's kind of a back to basics, but it gave me a greater understanding. The things that have impacted you the most and brought forth the greatest anger or pain or hate or suffering were really, really part of that Master Light Blaster's job to allow the physical to experience that in order to bring forth the love in it. But it's not to be rushed. And it's your natural state of being. So you can even think of it as a role you've come to play as a conduit, as a channel, as an anchor of love in this new earth. Grand Rising Brenda. Good morning, Miss Siegel. Yeah, powerful message. Yeah, and I'm sorry if I didn't translate it as good as what what I was feeling inside of me, because when you're channeling, it's like information all mixed in, and it, then you get the limited human language trying to speak it, But the greatest act of self-love is giving yourself the time to process forgiveness, because it isn't even really to do with the outside. But when you can allow yourself those moments, it frees you and liberates you. And then you have that space within to project back out of you. All right. Cool. All right. So let's just see what Spirit wants to say about that. All right. Thank you for sharing out, guys, if you have. I can see you. Kelly Ann says, "Hey ho." You know that song? The Lumineers sing it, "Hey ho, I belong to you, you belong to me." Hey ho. The Lumineers sing it, and it's called Hey ho. And it kind of is a beautiful song for the Valentine Message. I belong to you and you belong to me. But it's all to do with like yourself, and then projecting yourself out there from a more forgiven foundation. Spirit says, you guys, as humans, hold so much unforgiveness against self. It's ridiculous. So there's a spirit coming in right now, and it's almost like that Eric Medus energy. Like, hey guys, you guys just hold so much effing unforgiveness for self. It's ridiculous. They're just saying it. It's ridiculous. Right down to how you look in the mirror. Right down to how much you judge yourself and your performance. Even how you channel, even how you exercise, or even how you look in a certain pair of clothes, or how you've had an engagement, a communication with someone. He's saying it's so effing ridiculous. It's so effing ridiculous. You guys need a good dose of self-love. Is what they said. He said, you guys just all need a good dose of self-love. And actually, he says, why don't you just dose some love on yourself today? How are you going to love on yourself today? Pick something for yourself that makes you happy, that makes you peaceful, that makes you excited. You want a glass of wine and some box of chocolates? Go for it. You want to watch a sappy love story? Go for it. You want to go buy yourself a new outfit? Go for it. And then as your cup and then as your cup is filled, then that's that energy that you pour out onto others. All right. I belong to you, you belong to me. God, I love that song. I'll have to post it after. We should never forget to forgive ourselves. That's my biggest problem, Christy Burke. So, sister, you're speaking it, all right? You're speaking my language. You're speaking my freaking ass experience, all right? And that's what today's message is about, forgetting to forgive ourselves. That's all there is, Christy. How can we operate and function with others when we are holding so much density, unprocessed energy within us? And what Spirit is saying, it's not even about forgiving. We did nothing wrong. We just need to allow ourselves to process those dense energies. Give ourselves the time to process. And whatever it is you need to process, well, it's before us. It's that interaction that makes you feel uncomfortable. It's you looking in the mirror and criticizing yourself. It's that little argument you have with a loved one. It's that little projecting on your kids that you do, expecting them to be something because it's really an unforgiveness within yourself you're still holding on to. And it's not about changing yourself. It's about allowing and accepting yourself and having the compassion for yourself to process those energies. It all comes down to self-acceptance. It's not that there's something to forgive per se in the way that we understand it. It's about allowing. Forgiveness is allowing ourselves to be ourselves. Seeing that little kid that's feeling they aren't measuring up. A lot of us, and you guys out there watching now or later, are holding an energy of that little child, that wounded child still trying to measure up. Well, forgive yourself for not measuring up. And how do you forgive yourself? Allowing it. Wherever you feel you don't measure up, it wasn't your experience to be had. Just be you. And I know it's not a back to basics. Excuse them, Crow. We know that. Yes, without the dark, we wouldn't be able to see the light. And not only that, without being able to see our own dark side and going through those energies and processing it, we wouldn't have compassion for others. And that's where real forgiveness is. That real forgiveness, really, the work is done to allowing ourselves to see and accept what we would consider dark within ourselves, or those energies we're holding, because when we can allow them, and they're saying even honor them, honor that little child within you that just doesn't feel like they were ever good enough. When you can allow that and honor that, and as we have gone through our own darkness or shadows or whatever you want to call it, then we have that compassion, but it starts from within. Then we have that compassion for others, and then we don't judge them or we don't criticize anyone else, and we're a lot gentler with the outside when we can be gentle with ourselves. And that is the root of all true love. That is where, when we can have that forgiveness and self-love, that is the root of all, that is the root of unconditional love, and in living that. If we can't love ourselves and we're holding ourselves bound to this darker energy and keeping ourselves like away from that energy and hiding it in some dark corner within us because we don't want to face it, we'll never be truly fulfilled until we allow ourselves just to be ourselves. It's also like, because we're already that. I'm laughing because we're already that, but we chose the human experience to have the physical experience of it. Like Christy said, without the dark, we wouldn't be able to see the light. And that's what we've came for. We already are the light. But how do you know the light? We get to exercise and experience our light through the darkness. That's what makes you guys a master light blaster. You guys are activated. Your light is activated as you go through and traverse and have all of those murky energies that you're working through. It activates you because you're like, holy shit, man, I know I'm the light. What the hell's the truth of this? If God is pure God source energy and love and light, what the hell's the truth of this? It's up to you guys to blast through your experiences and embodying them and working through them inside. And then you activate the light and then you share it. Then you share it. Don't lose yourself in public because you will be arrested. There's a guy who caught loving himself at Burger King and got in big trouble. All right. Well, that's a way to make light of it. So we are not loving ourselves necessarily in that way. It's an energetic state of being. So I'm not gonna block that. I'm gonna leave it there because, you know, that's a valid point, I guess. It's a valid point. All right, guys. I'm going to take my little Christina Michelle to go skip rocks in the creek today. My inner child loves nature. Absolutely. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm just pulling a couple cards. Just going to pull a couple cards. All right, guys. Couple cards here. What does Spirit want to bring forth? I think I've yammered on long enough. All right, guys. Yammered on. All right, let's pull out. All right, guys. So what do we got going on here? We got 3 cards. I'm going to do the Mother Earth Heart card. How can I have Valentine's Day without not doing a Mother Earth Heart card? Because that represents our hearts are one with Mother Earth, and she represents and reflects that perfect nature, balance, healing, our cycles, our rejuvenation, our death and rebirth, all of it, all of it. So I have to pull a Mother Earth Heart card message for us. And when I went for my run today, I kept seeing all of these hearts and just faintly in sand and rocks and a little bit of garbage, old leaves, pavement, just hearts everywhere. And so our hearts really are one with Mother Earth. And that is a beautiful way to connect and honor yourself. And honoring yourself, you're honoring Mother Earth because our hearts are one. She is the physical manifestation of our physical manifestation, our embodiment, but she's reflecting the perfection and the balance that we already are, but we make it so hard on ourselves. But that's what we came for, to transmute all of those energies, to discover and have the physical experience of light, like Christy so well said. All right, so we got this one. I love this. I was gone for a run. I saw this heart. It literally looks like a little cutout. Like, you know, have your little puncher? It looks like someone did a little puncher with a heart on this leaf on the side of the road, obviously in the fall time. So what it says is, shine on. As you see more and more beauty in your world, the more and more your light shines. The more you recognize your true nature, the more beauty you see. So this is probably specifically for you, Christy, because you just said you're going out in nature. You are the world, for the world is within you. As you see your world is as you see yourself, as within, as without. So that kind of sums up even the message earlier. Cracking open, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, cracking and going within and allowing yourselves to connect to all of your energies, embodying all of them so that you can really, really shine on. As you see the light and all the energies that we hide from, all the little darker energies we hide and don't want to confront or keep pushing to the back of our mind. Well, when we confront them and allow those feelings, we open up the light to ourselves and then we shine it in the world. And then everything we see in the world, we see from that higher perspective. We love ourselves at a higher frequency or connect to a truer an unfiltered light within us. And as we connect to that, then we can project it out of us. And that's exactly what we get. We get what we connect to within. All right. Very beautiful. So I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet. Okay. So the chakra, what chakra card is energy is coming forth today in this message, this Valentine's, about accepting and having unconditional compassion for ourselves and allowing ourselves to freaking process and not to speed it up or thinking we're not doing it right because we still are lingering and harboring maybe some little heavier energies. Well, that's all part of it. The more we fight it and resist it, the more that they condense. It's about just allowing it all and even laughing at yourself and saying, oh man, that energy came up again, and or that person triggered me again and I thought I was so done. That not about beating yourself up. It's about laughing at it and just saying, holy crap, I know I'm pure love and light and I bring this, and just laugh, lighten up the energy as well. Communication. So this is to do with communication. Yeah, Valentine's Day is usually a beautiful day of communicating, but we want to communicate with our inner self in the purest that we can. Allow ourselves to say to ourselves what we want to say. Allow ourselves to feel the pain, anger, hatred, love, excitement, childness, laughing, even laughing at another person or laughing at ourselves. That lightens up and moves the energy, and it de-densifies the thickness, the thick energy. It's about allowing ourselves those thoughts and processing. And then what does it do? It synapses, it releases energy within us. When we can allow ourselves to embody whatever the emotion, for better or worse, to give ourselves the time in the process, we synapse, we activate light, we release it. We are allowing streams of consciousness and pathways of light to this moment of now to be healed and released and activated on all timelines, because in reality there is no time or in linear time or space. It's everything all at once. So whatever we do for ourselves now is also affecting and releasing and relieving and liberating and freeing another aspect of ourself on another timeline. So it's about speaking your truth, communicating, trusting your visions, trusting yourself, trusting what you see, trusting your process, communicating with yourself, but also speaking your truth with others. So it is the throat chakra that's really being activated today, and trusting what you see and what you feel and those visions and those imaginations, and trusting and speaking it. Honoring yourself. And this dark stuff, all the darkness in the background, goes along with the message we said. As we allow ourselves to feel through the dark, allow our emotions, we activate and open up pathways of communication with ourselves everywhere, but also with each other in this timeline. And the Enlightened Consciousness card is Water Elemental, an 11. And I came on at 11 today. This is the 11 card. This is Masteries. This is all of you Master Light Blasters number out there. And what does that mean? It means you can simultaneously hold the energy of your God self, the light, the sun within you, with your human self. You can simultaneously hold both because you are both. You always have that sun. You are always God source energy, healed, aligned, purified. But you can also allow that human, smaller focused part of you, as Brenda or Christy or Thaddeus, holding that. You can hold both in one and allow yourself to process. You can hold that higher awareness and say, oh, this is just little Thaddeus acting out some unhealed trauma. Laugh at it, allow it, love it, allow the process, allow the feelings. And as you do that, you're literally entering your mastery, because it is activating the light, the truth, the understanding, and the forgiveness, and the compassion, and the acceptance for self as you allow that. So that's an 11 card. You guys are all masters. Masters of what? Masters of yourself. Masters of your own enlightenment, alignment. The little you, the big you, the God self, the physical self, the dark, the light, the devil, where am I? The devil, the angel, creating this opening for a greater expression by allowing both to work and merge and operate together. Water, feelings, emotions, heart space. That's a mermaid swimming in the water of emotions, flowing. It's beautiful. Mermaids are beautiful. You don't see ugly mermaids, except for maybe Ursula. But that's all perception. That's her fighting her own demons. So it's beautiful. Water elemental. I allow my body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes of life. Look at all the blue. Look at all the blue. Allowing yourself to feel and speak, feel, and trust, trust the visions, trust what you're feeling, trust what you're seeing. Mind, body, and spirit. You came here for that. So essentially, the 11-2, the 11 can be also knowing in reality, from the highest perspective, there is never anything to forgive on one end, yet allowing your physical experience, the process and time to have that experience of knowing and learning internally that there really is nothing to forgive to begin with. That is beautiful. It is always a paradox. It's always this and that. Your God source energy, perfect as you are, yes, but you also came to have a certain experience through the physical of your God source energy. So allowing yourself the time to process mind, body, and spirit, whatever it is you're going through. Maybe you feel clear-hearted today, but man, your muscles are tired. Again, the two opposing forces. Knowing you feel good in the heart, but allowing your muscles the time to catch up, rejuvenate, replenish, rest, drinking water, all of it. Or, calling in sick. Yeah, allowing that adult to be responsible, but guess what? Not today. This child wants to play. So merging, it's always about merging the contrast within you, and that's what you came. That's why you're the human yin yang. That's why you're God's source energy. That's why you're a living God in the physical. You're holding both in mastery. That's no easy task. That's not what we were taught. We're taught separation. You guys, the greatest self-love is knowing you are both all in one, and you can ride the waves of those insights and those ahas and those streams of the highest consciousness, but you can also allow yourself the darkness and knowing it's okay. It's okay. That is beautiful. All right. Understand thyself. In self-realization, what is it we're actually realizing in the end? That we're just here for that experience, and we're God source energy. We're pure love and light. But how do we really get it? We are so blessed in the physical, because we get to experience it hardship by hardship, or forgive, or just tripping up or bumping, getting bruises, bumps, and scrapes. What do we do as a parent? We kiss the child's boo-boo. Well, that's what we're supposed to do to ourselves. Kiss our boo-boo. Allow it. Saying, oh man, you tried. Or it's like you guys all right now are holding that higher awareness, that God self, simultaneously as you see the human self navigating and having the experiences of the physical coming into that higher consciousness. I love it. All right. Hey, Lauren, good to see you. All right. So if you guys are shared out and want a quickie, let me know. And you know what? I am going to stick my PayPal up there if anybody wants a little power of 3. What love messages do your mind, body, and spirit have for you? Otherwise, I'll give you a little quickie for sharing out, if you guys have requested PayPal.me /Rita. But if you guys have not watched the for personal, the beginning, it's all about in reality, there's nothing to forgive but Forgiveness is a process. Yes, it is already done. Yes, everything is already forgiven, but it's about allowing the human part of you to have that experience. And there's so many different energies that are working together with this concept of forgiveness. So many other intricate parts all coming into this situation or the self or the experience that is calling forth you to forgive. In reality, there's nothing to forgive. There's just the process of allowing it. Allowing it. All right. There's nothing to forgive. It's about allowing the process of embodying that energy as the human. Wow. That is really powerful readings today. Or whatever message. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm torn between the Mother Earth Heart card and the Enlightened Consciousness. So I'm just going to go with what's called Brenda, I Saw You. I'm feeling called to pull Brenda. Where'd you go? I'm feeling called to pull you a Mother Earth Heart card. You're going through a lot of emotional. As soon as I focused on you and focus on my heart, I feel an opening. I feel that maybe this forgiveness message touched you, that you're learning greater self-compassion and acceptance and being gentle with yourself and just allowing yourself to process your eternal beings of light. Nothing needs to be rushed, Brenda. When we rush it, we miss richness. Even in the tears, if we rush the tears and don't allow ourselves that process, we miss the richness, the experience, the love, the light in which you came for, the physical part. All right, this one's sliding out. What do we got here? This is one of my favorites. It's so playful and green. It's a little seaweed, but it's playful. You can see a little person in there, and you can see it's like a little stickman seaweed. It's like a little stickman seaweed here. This one's so cute. See him there? And he's got little antennas. He's like a little bug. Twiddle bugs. I don't know if on Sesame Street, you know, the little twiddle bugs. The little twiddle bugs are like my favorite characters. See little antennas, a little body, and he's just moving forward. See his little legs, this little stick man. He's got his little staff. He's right in the middle there. Oh my God, I've never seen this. There's this little girl with her arms open now. See this, Brenda? Oh my God, this amazes me. I've never seen this. And she's like crying out, "Help me! Help me! I need help me." Like she's wearing black. See her? The little dress, her arms, and they're wide open. So it's about you helping this little child within you, the little Brenda, freeing her up, lifting her up, rising her up, liberating her, helping her up. So it's a call for help, but it's also a call and joy simultaneously. Because she can look like she needs help, but she also can look like she's just free. She's just free. So I guess it's just about allowing yourself the tears of anything that you've experienced in your past, and that frees you up to just be a free little child. There's a wise one helping. There's this like wise one. There's a wise man, an elder who has the answers and is just like right there helping that little girl in her freedom. So that's the center of the heart. This one's really playful. I just like the delicacy of it. I like the little seaweed. I like the bright green. So in it, take it as it resonates, because I always refer to it as you, but it could be you being the elder for a child, you, someone dear in your heart, a girl figure. It could be the girl you, but it could be projected as the girl in your life. So all of these guys, you might have a specific question on the everyday life. I always tend to take my messages deep, you with you, but all of that energy also projects on in your material world. So it also could be your relationship with this girl and a sense of having to help or save or guide or free. All right, what does it say? Love connection. Focus on the love shared instead of the differences that create separation. This will create unity in the expansion of love. That which you focus on grows. So it's interesting because a lot of times, even what we're so excited to have our child, or we're so excited to get in a love relationship, or we're really excited to work with this person. And then stuff starts settling in, and then you start focusing on like each other's uh, um, le- weaknesses, I guess would be the word, weaknesses. And then we start focusing on that. And why can't you be a little more thoughtful? Or why can't you hear me? Or why can't you just pick up your room? Or why can't you whatever? And then we start focusing on that. So this is just a card to remember to focus on the positive, focus on the things that bond you. So you could be having a relationship with somebody and you see and have gotten into a rut, and it's easy, all of us do it, to fall into the scenario where we're focused on our differences instead of what unifies us. So as a partner, you could say, "Oh, geez, I'm Crow. Why can't you just listen to me? Or why can't you hear me? Or why do you got to be that way?" But then you could say, refocus and say, "Oh, thank you for your support. Thank you for always creating space for me. Thank you for being there for me, even if you don't always get me, but holding space for me. Or thank you for washing my vehicle. Or thank you for this, whatever it is. Thank you for even triggering me and activating that light within me. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing me my areas where I need more self-love." So it's about love connection, focusing on that which unifies, not separates. All right, Brenda. Kiss our boo-boos. Gotta love that. All right. I saw Kelly. Kelly, you still there? Oh, you donated. All right, Christy. My eyes were shut. When I'm in channeling mode, my eyes are always like shut because I gotta like it's like picking out the distractions. And I really understand like why, when you watch YouTube channelers, or someone who's doing a long channeling session and they have the person reading the comments so that they can stay tuned in and stay in that collective conscious stream of that light within them. So it's almost like I can see why you could need someone on the side reading the comments or asking their questions. Because as soon as you open your eyes up, then it takes you just out of that stream for a second. And then you got to go, whoop, connect right back into that open stream. All right, Christy, you are next. Thank you for your donation, Miss Burke. All right. If you guys donated, let me know. Otherwise, I will pull a few for Sherry Outers. Valentine's message in general, and obviously the greatest love is the love you have for self-acceptance, self-compassion, and because that's what really all of everything outside of us, all of our other relationships are about. All right. Christy, any particular question, Christy, or yeah, Gladiator, that is exactly what the message was about, the channel of the Reinator. I just about the true love, and that brings up the whole idea of Valentine's, and always us wanting to find that love and that compassion and that self-awareness through another, but we can only find it within. And what blocks us is not forgiving self. So the whole component of Valentine's and self-forgiveness, and how so much emphasis is on, oh, let's have our, and that's beautiful, but I'm just saying, we can't find it on the outside first. It comes from within, and we all know that. Okay, Christy, that is me. All right. Oh, Kellyanne, that's who I saw. But Christy, first. Those that donate are prioritized, and go first, and then Sherry Outers, I will share a message for you as well. All right, Christy, I want to ring the bells, tune in. And it's not even so much about, like, I really had this little mini epiphany that when we clear bells, like for me, it's not about like getting rid of evil or anything like that or anybody else's energy. What it does is it oh my God, it rings me and it totally tunes in me to the person. It clears and connects the vibration of it. Like it creates and makes me tune into that person's heart to heart stream. Like brings me like the bells, like, oh, okay, centers me to my heart. Just like when your eyes are open, you're taking in all of this information. This might have something to do with you, Christy, because it's really like all of a sudden they're flooding me with the distractions of the world. And when you close your eyes and you feel and connect when you're in that channeling mode, but then when you opened up, then the outside the outside will project your connection but go within and shut your eyes. But I know you do that, so I don't know, there's a message, something about you using a tool or clearing or connecting to your heart space and shutting your eyes sometimes, and then when you open up, like I know you have I know you're the sun goddess, and you connect to the sun, and then you're going to see even more. You're going to see even more because you're creating them more through your own connection, they're saying. So as you connect to that sun within, shutting down all of the distractions of others and the energy, when you tune in clearly, and maybe you have a bell, Christy, but something with sound vibration, tuning you into your own light vibration. And then when you open your eyes and you look at the sun, or you look at the moon, or you look at the sky and the nature and everything around you, you're going to see it from that connection you just made. All right, Christy Burke. And that's exactly what they're showing me right now in visuals. They're showing me you shutting your eyes, connecting to that light cross within you, that cross breath, and then you opening up, and there's no separation. Like all of the activating here is showing in that outside connection for you. All right. All right. I'm going to pull mini 3 for you. I'm going to do the same as I did for the collective earlier. Mother Earth Heart card, a chakra. What is Christy bringing forth her information? What love is Christy presenting and reflecting for herself today? That's coming right back at her in the physical. As we connect and give ourselves love, acceptance, compassion, which is what a light worker's journey is all about. A light worker, a way shower, a master light blaster, a teacher, a healer. It's always about that interconnection first. You blast open the light, you activate codes, remembering, clear connection, and then you create that. You create that reflection. You shift to that reality. You opened up within, so you're opening up without. Christy, there's a huge, obviously, message for you about opening up to that sun within and how you have done that. And that's why you have such a connection with the sun without. That outer sun is that physical marker, that physical manifestation that connects us to our inner sun. But it's not the God. The God you connected to within is what's giving you all of the revelations that you're seeing outside of you. Oh my God. And look at the freaking ass card I got for you, Christy. Oh my God. As I was channeling that, this is the card that that was delivered to my hands. The sun within, that connection, that stream within. And they're just showing me you literally illuminating all of this light and consciousness as you have allowed the processes of self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, self-compassion, allowing that Christy to just be with no expectations, no judgment. They're showing me you this, and then you're looking in awe at your world around you. Heaven is unfolding through you. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I'm just going to start with this one because this is, to me, this is the human mind. This is like the spiritual part. Solar plexus chakra, 13. You've undertaken this huge transformation and stepping into this greater level, frequency of confidence, just enjoy and confidence. I was saying something the other day that so many of us have gifts and talents and abilities, but we don't have the human consciousness of it. This is how that master is walking. Sometimes you believe in yourself, you believe in your abilities, you believe in the message, but that physical part still might not be confident. What good is it to be a master and have these abilities and these gifts and these talents and all of this God source energy being expressed through you if you're still not confident in it? And to me, it's about you really, and I look outside and there's this heart cloud just staring through the window, embodying the confidence. You can be all that. It's like a movie star or an actress that has all of this gift and talent, but deep down, they're still holding on to this unworthiness. They're not thinking they're good enough. What good is it if you can't have that confidence in it, the freedom and liberation to be all of that gift and talent and expression in whatever way, shape, or form that is. Simply being you, allowing that child to just be. No expectations, no criteria, no have tos, no getting straight A's, no having to graduate at top of the class and go on to college and prove themselves. There's no more proving yourself, Christy, is what they're saying. Oh my God, now I want to cry. So that child part that has been healed and is stepping into the confidence of themselves has released. And I think this is what that transformation, it's about you releasing the need to prove anything and walking in the pure confidence, joy, enthusiasm, and expression of that child. Letting go of any unworthiness, any separation. And I just feel like you've just released anything you have to prove. You have nothing to prove. You're just being and being illuminating in that light. All right, so what does that actually say? Solar plexus 13. So the transformation is about there's nothing to prove. There's only to be, and walking in the confidence of your own energy. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. You are all powerful and you can be confident in it, Christy. The chakra, to me, this is representing the body part. What physical part of your body is delivering a message for you today? So this is the spiritual part of you, mind, body, spirit. So this is the spiritual, having the confidence to walk in Christy Burt, nothing to prove, nothing to judge, nothing to criticize, just walking and being and illuminating that light that you are in your physical world through Christy Burt. And your physical body, how is it attaining that? Through truth, balancing. There's the two masters again. There's the master, the God in the physical, balancing that mastery, allowing the darkness to activate the light, finding the truth. A master light blaster walks through the darkness, allows it, accepts it, surrenders to it in order to activate that light. How do you activate all of that light and knowledge and those streams of consciousness? Allowing your body to go through the feelings, the emotions of it. So that allowing yourself to embody your emotions and feelings, whatever they were, unworthiness, lack, not being good enough, or anger, hating an idea or hating what you see in the outside world, allowing yourself to embody the feelings and emotions so that you can activate the light in them and balancing them, allowing them to work together, not denying anything, and then speaking your truth, speaking your insight that you gained from that, gaining and sharing and expressing what you've gained from your own balance as Christy. And that's how change happens. That's how the change happened. That's how you illuminate that light and walk in that confidence. 23 is a 5. 5 is about sometimes going through yucky situations, little upheavals, little, dramas or breaking down of systems. Change. The change has been created by you finding your own balance and allowing them to work together, which it sounds like you have really mastered, and then expressing it. So the 2 representing you finding balance within your emotions and feelings to spark that light, that God source. So the 2 is you operating together within yourself and then expressing it. So expressing that truth in whatever way, shape, or form that is for you. But what's the greatest expression? Being, allowing your everyday actions to be in that energy. Whether you're going grocery shopping or whether you're going to the store or whether you're going to work out or whether you're taking pictures or whether you're taking care of your children or whether you're going to work, just being you. That's the greatest expression. But because there is the throat chakra, speaking your truth as well. And the body, this is this was the body. The mind part, I'm feeling you've released a lot. So this is a little crystallized, and these all intersect as one. They're not really separate. They all working together. It's just giving you different perspectives from different aspects of you. Releasing and being joyful about it. Here's an eye, the nose, a little mouth, a chin. This is crystallized water, which is snow. Snow is representing the physical manifestations and experiences of it. But this person is facing this way, and all these other little pieces falling off from them are just, they're happy and they're realizing the joy and peace and letting go. So letting go of things you've held against yourself, places you haven't accepted about yourself, criticism, judgment, thinking you need to be more, do more, act in the world more. But what they're saying is you're coming to a greater peace within yourself, obviously, and not just emotionally letting go, but even on the physical level in your physical world, letting go of emotional attachments to stuff in your life. Could be relationships, could be anything in your house, furniture, objects, people, friendships. So you're letting go and releasing on the physical level, and it's bringing you greater joy and peace. And it says, peace be with you. When you can surrender to the moment, then change can occur. You definitely got the change card, the 5. Surrendering removes resistance in order for the energy to flow and transform. Here you are, removing the resistance, the blockages, letting go, all of those little pieces falling from the heart and its experiences, and it's real stuff, real stuff. That's why it's solid. Okay, so surrendering removes resistance in order for the energy to flow and transform. Surrendering releases limitations for the expansion of you. Surrendering brings forth bliss through total acceptance of self. She looks like she's in bliss. She looks peaceful. She's okay with everything, and she's okay with the now. That has brought great balance for you and giving you greater confidence and illuminating your light in this real world embodiment, in this physical Christie experience. So those are your Valentine's messages for today. And they all kind of merge together. And it's about allowing yourself the balance in all parts of yourself and speaking your truth and trusting your visions and trusting your expression of it. Letting go, releasing, surrendering to the now moment to embody you. As you've gone within, you're beholding all of this light and love without you. So she's holding it in her hands. And this totally, I know, relates to you calling yourself the sun goddess, and you are the sun goddess in that you've connected to that sun within. And of course, that you're going to hold that in your physical reality. You're all illuminated in the yellow, and you're holding it in your hands as a physical embodiment as well. Very beautiful. And that's also was a transformation here. This is a transformation card as well, letting go. And all transformation happens and brings balance. All right. Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate it. Today is a heart card day, love. Yes, I know. That's what I was thinking, Thaddeator. All right. I need to take the singing bowl. I did not know you had a singing bowl. Christmas, that's a message for you. Absolutely. Your singing bowl you got for Christmas outside. Absolutely. You're working on the confidence. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I felt so much emotion in that reading. It's like, it's hard for me because when I go into those readings, I do really feel it at a really deep level in the heart. And it's beautiful. Like when I'm crying, I'm crying because I can just feel the emotional releases as well. The letting go, finally, the letting go of things that you held tight to and just releasing it and letting it go. And it starts from transmuting all of those emotions and allowing yourself to embody them, not hide from them. You really got to embody them. That's what the physical human came for. And when you embody them, then you see the truth in them and you allow the flow of the energy, and then you're free and you're liberated and you're transformed and you've got a renewal for life. And this renewal for you is this. All right. Are you still there, Kellyanne? I know you wanted a card. Let me know. I see some people dropping out. If you guys made a donation, let me know. If you want a quickie for sharing out, let me know. Hey, Tanya. That is a good read for all of us. Yeah. All of these always, we can resonate in little bits and pieces, or you wouldn't be here watching now or later. And we're definitely a soul tribe. You guys are all master light blasters where we're blasting light and we're having those streams of connection, and we're just like working as individually, but as a unit as well. And certain streams are definitely going to speak to us. So trust in that, and trust in if you're what you're resonating to is different than my delivery, trust in that. Thank you, Christy. I just have to stop pushing. Absolutely. Oh my God. So Lauren, says, I need to stop soul cleansing. Thank you, Christy. That's well spoken. That's a beautiful way to put it. Soul cleansing. Yes. You're, oh my God, you just nailed it in 2 words. Yeah. All those 3 cards that I pulled for you were definitely soul cleansing. And that's what it's about. And that's what self love is about. And that's what true love is about. How can we truly love at a high frequency if our soul is cleansed? And not that there was anything wrong, it just means letting go of anything that was muddying it, muddying that reflection. Cleansing is removing the mud, the distortions that we were taught or adopted for ourselves. So it's like just washing the mud. And they're showing me like as we cry and the tears roll down our cheeks, where it's washing away the mud. Now I want to cry again. That shows us the clarity of what we really are. How beautiful. Okay, so back to you, Lord. Soul Tribe activations. Ugh, you are just so with the program today, Christy. Perfectly well spoken. I would not say forcing. Well, if you didn't, oh, forcing, pushing. Okay. So, yeah, to me, I took and interpreted pushing as forcing. Forcing, forcing, I believe, feels like a mild push. Okay. I mean, pushing feels like a mild force. If you're not pushing, okay. Yeah, that sounds mild. But, anyways, I just have to stop pushing through things. Yes, allow them. Allow them. All right. Kellyanne, are you still there? Kellyanne, comment if you're still there. I have a couple cards here. I did not feel any happier about it. I was playing a game last night and I pushed through the final save point. I didn't feel any happier about it. Sometimes we push, or force a little bit because we think, and we might be doing it subliminally, unconsciously, that the end result is going to make us happy because we're taught to have obedience, discipline, following through, working hard. So you could be holding a little bit of that mentality still, Lauren, and we'll push and force through something, but we might not feel happy because we had an expectation that we would feel happier or that we would be more worthy or we would be better because we followed through or finished something. I'm not saying not to follow through or finishing, but it has to be in the heart. It has to be aligned to your heart. If it sounds like you were doing it more from a mental place, and it's not that we don't use our mental mind. Our mental mind, when it is working cooperatively with our heart and merges, then the mental becomes a higher mind, a God mind, because it's operating with the heart. So a lot of times we follow through or think we need to do things, and we think that that's going to bring us a state of satisfaction. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It depends if it was from the heart. All right. Anybody else there? I don't see Kellyanne. Tanya, Brenda, Thaddeus. Oh, I did Brenda. Thaddeator. If anyone is there and would like a quickie, let me know. I know Kellyanne wanted one earlier. Kellyanne, if you are there, let me know. Oh, I love the black hearts, Christy. I just saw that. That is really beautiful because we always think it's red or light or pink, but true fulfillment and true love is as we transmute and transcend those things that we consider dark or that we're hiding. That's really beautiful because the black operates with that purity, the white and the black, like the yin and the yang go perfectly together. And that's part of soul cleansing. As we wipe off our tears, we take away the filters of untruth and distortions that we were holding on to or believing in. All right. Anyone? Thaddeus, are you there? Black is bolder. Oh, so Mythos, he brought some Valentines for his class, and I bought like this black and red tissue paper, but they were separate, and I ran out of red. But we used some black tissue paper in these little cardboard boxes with red hot hearts, and I was thinking, I hope the ones that get black like don't like get mad because I didn't get the red tissue papered ones, but it looked pretty together. So I did have black tissue paper as well. First time here. Okay, Abilita, I'm gonna pull you a quickie. Tanya Castro, I am here. Okay, you want a quickie? Tanya first. I saw you earlier. Hi, I am here. I'm here. It's like that little card there that with the little girl was out going, I'm here. Don't forget about me. In Christy's or not Christy's reading, Brenda's reading. All right, I think it was Brenda. All right, Tanya Castro. What does she need to hear? Tanya, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. My mom said she liked the name Tanya or Tanya. She was gonna name me that, but then she named me after my grandmother, which is Marie, not Rhea, but oh my God, to bring it full circle, we got the infamous acceptance of self card here. What the whole message was about today, what Spirit has been reiterating, and what you guys' own, all of your individual readings are bringing forth, it is acceptance of self, Tanya. So we got, this is a little dried out mud in the shape of a heart against a hard pavement with tread marks over it. Now, if this doesn't make you feel hardened, non-emotional, just yucky, I don't know what card out of the deck does, but there's a point to it. It's when you don't accept yourself for who you are, when you allow other people to run over you, when you don't nurture and replenish yourself, this is literally the energy that we're taking on. It's not the truth, it's just the energy that we're experiencing. The pavement looks hard. To me, the pavement, all the little dots in the pavement look like all the energies and all the people that have kind of sucked the life out of you in the past, just people that need things from you, and you're a beautiful heart and you're a beautiful soul, so you give to them, you will give, Tanya, to someone else before you give to yourself, but you want to give to yourself because you're going to end up depleted. If you take this little blob of heart that's been run over by all of these people and everybody taking and sucking your energy, not on purpose, it's just they didn't know any better, and because you kept giving to them, it creates a hard foundation, and it's hard, it's not comforting, it's not secure, you're not nurturing yourself. But if you take this and put it in a pail of water, it's going to plump up, it's going to soften. You could even plant little seeds in this heart if you put it in the water, and it's going to give life. So you could literally have to drink more water, you could literally have to take a salted bath, but you could also need to allow yourself to feel more, the emotions in your heart, allow them to flood you, allow them to run through you. I'm feeling almost, they're saying to go out and just sit by the water or sit in the tub and give yourself a good cry, just cry, almost like you need to cry. Salve is water for the heart. It soothes you, it allows you to feel, so it can be plumped up from the tears, your own tears and feeling can plump up this heart and nourish it. So it's called acceptance of self. When we label and judge others for how they are living and simply being, we are masking judgment against ourselves. They are manifestations of limitations we place to live freely from the heart. Judgments are reflections of self-denial. They need to be integrated into the light in order to live in freedom. This goes back to the beginning message, where outside people might trigger unforgiveness or anger or judgment or criticism from us because we're really denying ourselves that very love. Or we might get mad at someone for not providing or living up to our expectations because we can only really connect to it within first. And no human being can ever live up to what we need. No one, they're human too, and they're dealing with their own stuff as well, their own lack of love for self. So it just mixes for bad recipe if we're trying to get from each other, not just you, I'm saying, but all of us, when we try to get what we can only get from within, we're going to end up in regret, or we're going to end up in disappointment, we're going to end up in just not being happy. You need to feed yourself and going within and give to yourself this day and every moment as an opportunity to give to yourself. Oh, my mom passed last month. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Tanya. Oh, Tanya. Okay, it's Tanya, but spell Tanya. Yeah, I'm always not sure, Tanya. Oh, that's beautiful. Your mom's with you, and she wants you. She's saying, dear Tanya, please give to yourself. As feminine and down the lineage, the feminine is taught to give selflessly, sacrificially and to do for others, that is a lineage that has been carried down for generation to generation to generation to give to yourself. It is time for the divine feminine to be honored, to be um, to give to self, so that the flow will come from a place that is bubbling over, not being sucked dry and depleted. So yeah, your mom has a message for you for that. Did you take care of her by chance? Did you take care of her, Tanya? Um, I'm feeling like lots of love and what you gave to her. I'm just feeling all the, the spirit vibes showing and giving you giving you appreciation and love for you, for being her daughter, for being a good daughter, for taking care of her. I don't know if you took care of her, but she's saying for taking care of me in ways you don't even know. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's just what I was feeling. And now it's time for you to give to you. Give to you. She says that in her energy that she gave that into you in your ancestry, that feeling of this. And it's time for you now and to give to you and to break that pattern. To break that pattern. God, spirit, however you want to say it, is operating in that other person's life as well. They have their own guidance. They have their own universe within them to help them. So don't feel bad or guilty if you're not giving to all these people. Give to yourself first. It's a time to replenish, to heal, to cry, to connect to yourself now. Bring the focus within. All right. Aww. Aww. And you said you miss her so much. She says, I don't know if she had a pet named Darling or Sweetie or something for you. She says, I am always with you and I'm always within your heart. And she says, I get to take care of you now as an angel. I get to help guide you. I get to sprinkle love on you. And she's showing me sprinkling light like Tinkerbell, fairy dust. She gets to sprinkle you now in spirit. And she's always there with you. She's sprinkling you and helping you. She says to think of her as your fairy godmother when you need something or want something and call upon her. She says, think of me as your fairy godmother now. Oh, I have her cat baby. Oh, very beautiful. All right. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, she really wanted to come through to you and to communicate with her regularly also. Um, yeah, she's communicating and with you all the time. She loves you dearly. She was dearly blessed to have you. And you guys go back in many timelines, she says. We've been together many times, she says. We've been mother-daughter many times in roles reversed. So she's just also sharing that. Beautiful, Tanya. Beautiful. You're welcome. She's with you. She's sending you Valentine's. She's sending you lots of hearts. Beautiful. All right. Abilita Mamacita. Today is my mom heavenly birthday. Oh my goodness. Oh, since 1995 and I still miss her. Oh. All right, Abilita, I'm going to pull you a Mother Earth heart card from your mom in heaven. I don't have those cards where they speak, the spirits are speaking. I need to get that pair. Mediumship cards. Okay, last one. Abilita Mamacita. If someone made a donation, let me know. I'll stay on for a donation. My earpods are going dead, 10%, but I'll go a little bit. Abilita Mamacita, what is your mom, or what message is for you today from your mom's heart to yours? What does she want to tell you? Let's see here. Oh, got a couple. Couple popped out. Mother Earth heart cards, Abilita. This is a nice solid rock. And I love this because it just shows groundedness. It shows you being totally embodied in the physical. But what does stand out in this beautiful heart rock is the little cross here. You see the little pain? That to me could be symbolizing that she's recognizing how much you do miss her. Because to me, even the line, the way it's going long, represents lineage to me, time, linear time, also lineage as in generational is what I'm feeling. So she's recognizing that. She loves your strength, Abulita. She says you are so strong. I don't know if your mom was strong. We're saying you're strong like your mom. You're strong like your mom. So I don't know. She must have been strong, but very beautiful. So she's recognizing you missing her and loving her. She says, I know, honey, that you know that I'm always with you, but she recognizes the physical pain or that yearning that we want when we're in the physical. Very strong. Let's just read the backing first, right? This is a message for you from your mom. You know you're on the right path, Abulita, when all you need to do is be yourself 100%. So she's encouraging you. She says, you know you're on the right path. When you are 100%, you're on the right path. For when you are in alignment with your higher self, it always feels natural and right. So she's recognizing this connection too that you've been working on with yourself. And I think she's applauding you and she's praising you for you connecting to you and getting in alignment to your true north, to your happiness, to you being you. And that rock is really showing that physical embodiment of it, really grounding that. Not just when they say grounding to Mother Earth, it means you're grounding also into your physical body, that physical experience. So that's very beautiful. And then the other one is this. It's a cutout. It's on the pavement. And when I was running, it was just a heart that was broken up. You get a lot of, I'm recognizing her also recognizing Annette. Again, it's another strength card because in here, this little pine needle looks like a little bit of a sword. This looks like a nose. I see an eye here. I see an eye here, a little nose, and like a little, like almost like a little sword. That's just the way I'm feeling it. But the mouth is like not the greatest looking right here. It's like it's frowned. So I'm feeling that you have overcome a lot of emotional energies, like a lot of toughness, like um frown. You've overcome a lot of things. I don't know if she ever said or used the term frowned upon. Did she ever say that? I frown upon, or you? Do you guys use that? You've been frowned upon, or I frown upon. Almost like, and I'm feeling it in my heart. So maybe there's something within your heart you're still holding on to. It's a little pain in my heart, but she's bringing forth a message like you could do nothing that she would frown upon. There's nothing you could do, Abulita, that I would frown upon. I don't know if as a little kid, did you frown or would you get sad or take that frown and turn it upside down? I don't know. Something to do with the phrase frown upon. And there's nothing you could ever do that she would frown upon and take that frown and turn it upside down. But also you being this little warrior, this warrior of love and light and happiness. So you having to uphold an energy, a certain amount of strength within your family dynamics, within your world. So just calling for that inner strength when you enter darkness or confusion or not understanding something, that you got a lot of strength to go deeper. You go deeper to find the root. You go deep to find the answer as well, because this is broken, this is deep. And so you go deep into the darkness to find that speck of light, to find the speck of truth. So good job with that. Be happy. Here we go. That's funny because it's the opposite of what this little thing is looking. That face doesn't look so happy. Be happy. It isn't so much what you do as how you feel when you're doing it. When you feel happy, it puts you in a state of higher vibration where you are tuned into higher frequency guidance. Let the feelings of joy and happiness be your guide. So 2 messages on really embracing feel good feelings for you, Abulita. When all you know you're on the right path, when all you need to do is be yourself 100%, and that's what's going to bring you to that true expression of happiness, is being you 100%. And she's proud in your strength and anchoring into that, and being this little warrior for light and going within to find the truth. But having some happiness, having fun. Also, there's a message not to go too deep and look for the truth too much. You can find the depths of truth in the lighter frequencies of happiness and silliness as well, she's saying. Very beautiful. All right. Hey, Lisa Pacinello. So, sister, I took care of her. When she died in my house. My heart was broken today thinking of her. And oh my God. So yeah, this card here is really depicting that. It's depicting your strength, Abulita. It's depicting the scar of pain that has been left on you, but it's also showing you in your strength. And she definitely is acknowledging that. She wants you to be light and go find some happiness today. Do something to honor yourself and to be light and happy, Abulita. All right. All right, guys. Been on for an hour and 20 minutes, and my headphones are going to go dead any second. Not that it matters because I can still talk through the phone. So, wishing you guys a happy Valentine's Day. It's all about connecting within and and knowing that outer reflection of true love comes from within. And I know that's cliche, but true fulfillment comes from, that self-love. Self-love. Everybody do something for themselves today and watch it reflect back through another. All right, guys. Oh, you thanked your mom too before she left for being my mom. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Lots of mom energy today between Tanya and Abuelita. A lot of heartfelt connections there, guys. And a message from anybody that has passed on, whether it be mom, friends, family, loved ones. Love never dies. Love never ever dies. And it just showed today through these two readings how our loved ones are always with us and they're always guiding us. And they're saying there's a whole bunch of them out there, and they're just like, a bucket. They're showing me pails, and spirit is literally dumping us with love, love from above. But they're all around us, just throwing all of these pails of hearts, like confetti hearts, showering us with confetti hearts. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kimmy. Happy Valentine's Day. May you all shine with the entirety, not just a little speck, the entirety of all the love and light that you are.